Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. Since joining the Los Angeles Dodgers, Blake Snell's journey has been nothing short of a roller coaster, marked by high hopes, unexpected setbacks, and now a thrilling resurgence that is beginning to reshape the narrative around his massive 5-year, $182 million contract. When the Dodgers signed Snell, a two-time Cy Young Award winner known for his crafty left-handed pitching and his ability to dominate on the mound, the expectations were sky-high. Fans and analysts alike were eager to see how this acquisition would boost a Dodgers pitching staff that had shown signs of vulnerability despite their overall strength. However, the excitement was quickly tempered as Snell struggled to find his rhythm early on. After just 2 starts in the Dodgers uniform, he found himself sidelined for a grueling 4-month stint on the injured list, putting a cloud of uncertainty over his ability to justify such a hefty investment. Many began to question whether Snell could truly replicate the form that had earned him such accolades, and whether his time away from the game would leave lasting effects on his sharpness and stamina. But the story didn't end there. Following his return, Snell has been quietly dismantling hitters and reminding everyone why he is considered one of the game's premier pitchers. In just 10 innings since coming off the injured list, he has struck out 18 batters, allowed only 3 walks, and given up 3 earned runs. Those numbers alone speak volumes. But what makes his comeback even more compelling is the way he is pitching, with a mix of precision, guile, and intelligence that has always defined his style. His teammate Michael Conforto, who himself was a mid-season acquisition from the San Francisco Giants, has praised Snell's current form, saying that what they are seeing now is close to the dominant Snell displayed last year before his injury troubles began. Conforto points out that Snell's arsenal is as varied as ever. Even when his pitches seem off the mark to the casual observer, Snell uses those moments to his advantage, setting up hitters in a way that forces them into weak contact or swings and misses. It's a testament not just to his raw stuff, but to his mental approach, a smart, adaptable pitcher who knows how to outthink opponents. This savvy approach is crucial, especially considering Snell's historical tendency to perform better in the second half of the season. Over the course of his career, his statistics reveal a clear pattern. While his earned run average hovers around a solid 3.95 in the first half, it drops significantly to an elite 2.33 after the All-Star break. Opposing hitters also see their batting averages fall from roughly 227 to just 190 during that stretch. This split has fueled speculation among fans and analysts that Snell may still be ramping up his endurance and strategy as the season progresses, saving his peak performance for when it matters most. Delving deeper into Snell's recent history provides even more insight into his ability to turn things around. In his final 12 starts with the Giants last season, he posted an astonishing 1.45 ERA, striking out 103 batters while surrendering just 11 earned runs over nearly 69 innings pitched. This kind of dominance, however, did not come without its struggles. The first 8 starts of that stretch were marred by a much higher ERA of 6.31, during which he showed flashes of brilliance but was often undone by control issues or unfortunate contact. Yet through all those ups and downs, Snell demonstrated an ability to adapt, learn, and ultimately find his rhythm when it counted. What exactly triggers Snell's mid-season resurgence has remained something of a mystery. Whether it's a combination of physical conditioning, mental adjustments, or simply gaining comfort in his mechanics, the results have been clear for over a decade. Once the calendar flips to the second half, Snell becomes a different pitcher. And now, back in the Dodgers' rotation at a critical juncture in their campaign, that transformation could not be more timely. The team's hopes for a deep postseason run hinge heavily on contributions from their pitching staff, and having Snell firing on all cylinders adds a crucial weapon to their arsenal. It's also worth noting the pressure that comes with Snell's contract, which initially raised eyebrows due to its size and the risks associated with investing heavily in a pitcher coming off injury. Early struggles and time on the injured list only added to the skepticism, with some questioning whether the Dodgers had overpaid for a player who might not reach his prior peak. But with his recent performances, Snell is beginning to show why the Dodgers were willing to bet big on him. If he can maintain this level of play through the final stretch and into October, that contract will look like a steal, cementing his role as a cornerstone of the pitching rotation. Beyond the numbers, Snell's return is a morale boost for the Dodgers clubhouse. When a player of his caliber shows he is healthy and capable, it sends a message to teammates and opponents alike that the Dodgers remain a formidable force. His presence on the mound can energize the bullpen, ease pressure on the offense, and give the team confidence that they have the depth needed to withstand the grind of a long season. This psychological edge should not be underestimated in baseball, where momentum and belief often play as big a role as raw talent. The nuances of Snell's pitching style are fascinating to watch. Unlike power pitchers who rely predominantly on velocity, Snell uses deception, movement, and pitch sequencing to keep hitters off balance. His ability to mix fastballs, curveballs, sliders, and changeups, each thrown with subtle variations in speed and location, creates a complex puzzle for batters trying to anticipate what's coming next. This artistry on the mound is a reminder that pitching is as much about brains as it is about brawn, and Snell exemplifies that balance. The Dodgers coaching staff has also been key in managing Snell's workload and helping him fine-tune his approach after his time away. With careful monitoring and adjustments, they have worked to rebuild his stamina and confidence gradually, ensuring he is not rushed back into action prematurely. This measured return has allowed Snell to find his groove without the pressure of immediate results, a strategy that seems to be paying dividends as he gets deeper into games with sharp command. Watching him command the strike zone with fewer walks and more strikeouts sends a clear message. Blake Snell is back to being the pitcher the Dodgers envisioned when they signed him. His control has improved, his confidence has grown, and the results are showing up on the scoreboard. As he continues to refine his craft and build endurance for the long haul, the Dodgers will be counting on him to deliver critical performances against some of the league's toughest lineups. The excitement among fans is palpable. After months of waiting and worrying, seeing Snell regain his form is like a breath of fresh air. It revives hopes that the Dodgers can once again rely on dominant starting pitching to carry them through the toughest parts of the season. It also reshapes the dynamic within the rotation, providing a boost to the overall confidence of the pitching staff and the team as a whole. Snell's resurgence is a story of resilience and perseverance. It highlights how injuries and setbacks are just part of the journey for elite athletes, who must continually adapt and overcome to stay at the top of their game. For the Dodgers, having Snell back in peak form is not just a win on the field, but a sign that their investment and faith in his talent is starting to pay off just when they need it most. While Blake Snell's return to form has provided a much-needed spark for the Dodgers' pitching rotation, the bullpen has faced its own set of challenges that have tested the team's depth and resilience. One pitcher in particular, Blake Treinen, has been navigating a tough path since his return from injury. Known for his late-inning experience and previous success in high-leverage situations, Treinen was expected to bolster the Dodgers' bullpen and offer reliable innings. But after missing more than 3 months with a right forearm strain, his comeback has been marked by uneven performances and a struggle to regain his former dominance. Since returning to action in late July, Treinen has found it difficult to consistently put away batters, often failing to complete even a full inning in multiple appearances. His latest outing was especially painful, as he allowed back-to-back home runs that turned the tide against the Dodgers in a game against the Toronto Blue Jays. Over just 3 2/3 innings pitched since his return, Treinen has surrendered 8 hits and walked 4 batters, resulting in an inflated earned run average north of 7. Those numbers stand in stark contrast to the reliability the Dodgers had hoped for when they brought him back into the mix. Despite these struggles, Treinen remains confident in his abilities and believes his stuff is still there. He has expressed frustration mostly about execution and command rather than a loss of velocity or movement on his pitches. According to him, some of the hits he's given up were simply bad luck, balls sneaking through small holes in the defense, and he acknowledges that his location needs improvement. Leaving pitches too close to the heart of the strike zone has proven costly, especially in the big leagues where hitters are quick to punish any mistakes. Treinen's self-assessment highlights a common narrative in baseball. Even the best pitchers can find themselves battling timing, rhythm, and confidence after a long layoff. The ability to consistently hit precise locations is often what separates elite relievers from the rest, and finding that groove after injury can be a slow, painstaking process. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts echoed this sentiment, emphasizing that Treinen's raw stuff remains solid, but tightening up command is the key to turning things around. Roberts also expressed optimism that the rough patch is more about rust than anything physically wrong, suggesting that with a few more outings, Treinen should be able to settle in and regain form. This situation presents a delicate balancing act for the Dodgers. On one hand, Treinen's experience and talent make him a valuable asset in critical moments. On the other, the team cannot afford ongoing struggles in the bullpen, especially as the postseason approaches and every inning becomes vital. Roberts has hinted at the possibility of adjusting Treinen's role, at least temporarily, perhaps using him in lower leverage situations until he can fully shake off the rust and regain confidence. It's a pragmatic approach that prioritizes both the player's long-term health and the team's immediate needs. The Dodgers' bullpen as a whole has been under pressure throughout the season, with injuries and inconsistent performances creating challenges that have tested the depth of their pitching staff. Having Treinen at less than full strength complicates the picture, as the team relies heavily on late-inning arms to close out games and protect leads. The mental and physical demands of bullpen work are unforgiving, and reintegrating a pitcher who has been sidelined for months adds an extra layer of complexity. While Treinen works through his struggles on the mound, other members of the Dodgers have been stepping up in different ways to keep the team's momentum going. One of the most notable stories is that of Mookie Betts, who has faced a difficult stretch offensively, but is showing signs of turning things around. The 8-time All-Star endured a tough skid earlier in the season, going hitless in 22 consecutive at-bats, a career-worst stretch for a player of his caliber. Such slumps can be mentally draining, especially for a player who is expected to produce consistently at the highest level. Yet, Betts has not let the slump define him. Since August 5th, he has shown a renewed spark at the plate, going 9 for 22 with a couple of doubles, a home run, and driving in 5 runs. This uptick is a promising sign for a Dodgers team eager to see their star outfielder back to form as the playoff push intensifies. Betts credits much of this turnaround to the support and guidance of his teammates, highlighting the value of camaraderie and mentorship in professional sports. Freddie Freeman, another veteran presence on the team who has also battled through his own struggles this season, has been a key sounding board for Betts. Their shared experience of dealing with slumps and the grind of the season has created a bond that allows for honest conversations and practical advice. Betts emphasizes how valuable it is to have someone in the grinder with him, someone who understands the daily pressures and challenges of playing at an elite level. That kind of support helps maintain perspective and keep confidence intact. Beyond Freeman, Betts has leaned on former teammate and close friend J.D. Martinez, who he spent time with recently during batting practice while the Dodgers were in Tampa. Their friendship, born from years of grinding and working hard together, goes beyond baseball. Martinez's influence has been less about mechanical tweaks and more about encouraging Betts to stay true to himself and rebuild confidence. This kind of mental approach, focusing on belief in one's abilities rather than obsessing over technical fixes, can be crucial when a player is trying to regain form. Betts himself admits that he hasn't had the luxury of time to fully fix his season, but he has shifted his mindset toward helping the team win on a game-to-game basis. Recognizing that the overall numbers might not bounce back dramatically in the short term, he focuses on contributing in smaller, tangible ways, driving in runs, making plays, and staying present in the moment. This perspective, focusing on the here and now, is something Betts says he plans to carry with him for the rest of his career. It reflects a maturity and understanding that even stars have ups and downs, and the key is to keep grinding and contributing wherever possible. The collective efforts of players like Betts, Freeman, and Martinez underscore an important dynamic within the Dodgers clubhouse. Even when individuals struggle, the team works together to lift each other up and maintain a winning culture. This sense of brotherhood and shared responsibility can make a huge difference in the tightest of races, where mental toughness and resilience are just as critical as physical talent. All of these narratives, Snell's comeback, Treinen's ongoing battle with control, and Betts' mental reset, are threads woven into the Dodgers' larger story this season. Injuries, slumps, and unexpected challenges have tested the depth and character of this team, but they have also revealed the players' determination to overcome adversity. As the regular season edges closer to its climax, every contribution, whether a dominant start, a clutch out, or a timely hit, becomes a crucial piece of the puzzle. The Dodgers know that their path to postseason success will not be easy. The margins for error shrink, the competition intensifies, and the pressure mounts. But with players like Blake Snell rediscovering their best form, veterans like Treinen battling to regain command, and leaders like Mookie Betts embracing new approaches, the team is finding ways to adapt and push forward. It is this blend of talent, perseverance, and teamwork that will define their chances in the months ahead. In baseball, the story is never just about the numbers on the scoreboard. It's about the journey, the adjustments, and the fight to stay competitive in the face of obstacles. For the Dodgers, this season is shaping up to be a testament to their resilience, a chapter where individual struggles and successes combine to fuel a collective drive toward one ultimate goal: championship glory. Every inning pitched, every swing taken, and every moment of focus counts. And as they head into the stretch run, the Dodgers will need every bit of that fighting spirit to make their mark. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Could the Los Angeles Dodgers be facing a hidden crisis within their ranks? Rumors have been swirling around the baseball community after a surprising statement from pitcher Tyler Glasnow, who hinted at internal turmoil by suggesting there is a player contaminating the Dodgers' locker room atmosphere. This bold claim has sparked intense speculation about what exactly Glasnow meant and whether there might be deeper issues affecting one of MLB's most successful franchises. The Dodgers, known for their championship pedigree and star-studded roster, have appeared mostly dominant on the field, but Glasnow's comments suggest an undercurrent of discord that could undermine team cohesion. Fans and analysts alike are now questioning whether off-field distractions or personality clashes might be quietly eroding the team's unity, a factor that is often just as critical as physical talent in the high-pressure environment of professional baseball. As whispers grow louder, many wonder who could be at the center of this alleged contamination and what impact it could have on the Dodgers' pursuit of another title. Tyler Glasnow's remarks, which came during a recent interview, have unleashed a wave of conjecture that the Dodgers are not as harmonious as their on-field success would indicate. The use of the term contaminating was particularly striking, implying that one player's attitude or behavior might be negatively influencing the entire team dynamic. This kind of claim is rare in professional sports, where players typically maintain a united front in public to protect team morale. Glasnow's decision to speak out, even indirectly, opens a window into potential friction within a squad that has long been admired for its professionalism and talent. Speculators have started combing through recent team performances, looking for signs of breakdowns in communication or leadership. Some suggest that the pressure of living up to high expectations in a city like Los Angeles could be exacerbating personal conflicts, while others believe that the Dodgers' mix of veteran stars and emerging young talent might be creating a clash of personalities. Whatever the truth, the rumor alone has put the Dodgers under a microscope. The possible consequences of a fractured clubhouse could be severe, especially as the Dodgers enter the most crucial stretch of their season. Baseball experts emphasize that chemistry and mental toughness are essential for sustaining a winning streak or making a deep playoff run, and any contamination, within the squad could derail those ambitions. Observers are watching closely to see if any subtle shifts in player performance or team strategy emerge in upcoming games. There's also talk about how management might respond if the rumors gain traction, whether the coaching staff will attempt to mediate conflicts or if the front office might consider roster changes to restore harmony. Historically, teams that face internal division often struggle with consistency, and the Dodgers cannot afford such instability given the fierce competition in their division. Fans are anxiously awaiting clarity on this story, hoping it is merely a misunderstanding or a momentary lapse rather than a sign of a deeper problem. Meanwhile, the media frenzy surrounding Glasnow's comment has also led to speculation about who the contaminating player might be. Speculators have pointed fingers at various members of the team, fueled by recent on-field controversies or rumored personality clashes reported in whispers around MLB circles. Some analysts highlight players with a history of outspoken behavior or those recently involved in public disagreements, though nothing concrete has surfaced. This climate of suspicion and rumor creates a charged atmosphere that could make it difficult for players to focus purely on the game. Additionally, the Dodgers fan base has become divided, with some calling for patience and faith in the team's leadership, while others demand transparency and swift action. The tension has revived discussions about the importance of clubhouse culture in professional sports and the challenge of managing a diverse roster of elite athletes. This rumor may prove to be a pivotal moment for the Dodgers season, testing the resilience of both players and staff. As this story develops, the Dodgers organization remains officially silent, neither confirming nor denying Glasnow's insinuations, which only fuels further speculation. The management's approach to handling such delicate issues behind closed doors could be crucial to calming the storm and refocusing the team on their championship goals. Players themselves have been tight-lipped, with no public statements addressing the controversy. This silence could be strategic, aiming to prevent distractions, or it could signal internal uncertainty about how to proceed. Whatever the case, this episode underscores how fragile team dynamics can be, even among the most talented groups. Should the rumors prove true, the Dodgers may face difficult decisions in the coming weeks. If not, this could become a cautionary tale about the power of words and the importance of solidarity in professional sports. Either way, the baseball world will be watching closely to see how the Dodgers navigate this potential crisis and whether they can maintain their status as one of the game's elite franchises. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.